All right, so it's time for Ms. G to tell us what's happening in the world of entertainment. Welcome, Ms. G.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I am well. How about you?
Very well, thank you. So let's start off with the aftermath of the Actors Guild election. Now we know who the president is. We know Van Vicker is vice, and then we know that Kasum Sinari is welfare officer. But the man who contested for presidency, Abe Kusego, lost by 14 votes. He believes that the elections was rigged.
I was disappointed not for losing, because indeed I can say boldly that the results of the presidential election was not a true reflection of the people's opinion. I came in with Van Vicker as my as the vice. Van won.
Van went unopposed?
No, Van was with me.
Okay,
yes,
but he was unopposed as a vice president.
There was an opponent.
Who was his opponent?
Listo Olagbeli. And Van won by a wide margin. Fisher beat me by 14 points or 14 votes. Because the focus was on the presidential. Yeah. And indeed, if you like, maybe I took things for granted. I thought that this was an Actors Guild thing, and therefore did not make room for some of the inappropriate things that went on. Anytime issues about the creative arts come in the media, it's negative. Or they are fighting, they are doing this, people are chopping their money, or they are accusing people of stealing their money and all that. So I said that for once, let's have a clean, or let's have something, let's do something that could receive positive reporting. You know, so I decided that, I thought that apparently, well, I thought like a Christian. So,
so from what you're telling me, it means that the election was rigged.
It was massively rigged. It was massively rigged.
But yes, you don't want to pursue.
Oh, I don't think it's necessary. It's only for 1 year. Next year, we go for a Congress. I don't think anybody will have opportunity to rig the elections again.
Now, next year, it means that next year when you go for a Congress, you still are interested in becoming the president of the Guild?
I haven't decided yet. The Guild I'm still convinced that the Guild still needs good leadership.
You think that those will be elected, especially the president, because the vice is from your camp, so the president is not one who is...
My confidence is in the vice. I have lots of confidence and hope in Van Vicker. Very talented, very level-headed, very intelligent, dynamic young man. I have all confidence in Van Vicker to lead our team on the executive.
Lead your team.
Yes.
So what it means now is that he's not going to be working hand in hand with Sammy Fisher. He's going to be representing your team. Is that what?
Oh, he has no choice. It's an executive. This is not. It's not NDC MPP.
Okay, so that's Abe Kusego, 14 votes. That's painful, you know.
It's painful. I mean, but it also means that he did quite well.
He did well, but that's the reason he's thinking that it was rigged. He mentioned Colin Sapon. He mentioned Oscar Provençal. He thinks that those people belong to the Sammy Fisher faction, and because Colin Sapon had written a petition against him, he was the same man handling the register. He thinks that he turned off a lot of his voters, so that's the reason he thought.
But like he said, it's going to be just 1 year, and so let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes then. Okay, so earlier today on the polls, the Swagger Mama herself was here, Madame Otiko Jaba. She tells Gifty about why people call her Swagger Mama, and also she says that people have hacked, or someone is using the same name on Facebook to dupe people, so she's off social media now.
Otiko Afisa Jaba. You must say it all together. Okay. Don't leave any out.
Otiko Afisa Jaba. Okay, and she says the young ladies like to call her Swagger Mama. They still call you Swagger Mama?
Too much swag. I want to use the opportunity to tell Ghanaians that there is somebody who has developed a Facebook page using my name, the same Otiko Afisa Jaba. But his DP is, he keeps changing it. He had me with my picture at the vetting. Now he has Nanado and Dr. Baumia. And he talks to people on the messenger as if it's me. He's called Mr. Asante. Another one uses a name by Samia Bwaji, and they tell people that I want to give them leap or motorbikes or school feeding or whatever, and that they should pay some money into a mobile money account. But the government agencies don't use mobile money. So please, people of Ghana, don't be deceived by this person. It's a fraud. It's not right. Okay. I'm not the one. And so I have put a disclaimer in the papers and on the page, and I'm going to close my page because of this man.
Have you written to Facebook?
Yes, I have written to them severally, and still they are not able to stop him. So please, anybody you are chatting to on Facebook that says the person is Otiko Afisa Jaba, it's not me. From today, I am shutting down my Facebook account.
You don't get to interact with the Swagger Mama anymore on social media.
Out there.
Too many of them, and it's happening every day. And amazingly, they tend to use your pictures, so people begin to think that.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that she says she's made the report to Facebook and they haven't acted on it. Because when I reported, somebody was.
Oh, you had an experience.
Yeah, I had an experience. It didn't take long. They just pulled it down. Just like that.
Well, maybe you need to do some more reporting. But now that you're off, you can create another account and then maybe.
But she wants. I guess she just wants to stay off.
Yeah, social media. Too many bullets out there. I know. Maybe that's the reason. Okay, so let's talk about failed marriages in Nigeria. Now, we've seen a certain trend in Nigeria. Now, it started this year with Tonto Dike and husband. Now, the trend now is becoming one of domestic violence. Now, Tonto Dike started the trend this year, accused her husband of domestic violence. The husband came to say she might have a psychological problem. Then, somewhere along the line, we saw Patu Rankin's manager or record label manager also being accused by his wife of domestic violence, and the woman speaks out, decides to walk out of the marriage. Then fresh one that is happening now is Mercy Aibe Jantry, who is now taking off her husband's name from her name, also because of domestic violence. Luckily for her, she reported the issue to the sector that is in charge of domestic violence in Nigeria, and the Lagos State governor has so much interest in this case. He says they should pursue it to the latter now to ensure that this man pays for. So it looks like that trend is the worrying trend that began from Tonto to Patu Rankin's manager is what is now opening everybody's eyes in Nigeria and, you know, making the governor say that, look, enough is enough. So Mercy and her husband are in court now. He was supposed to be in court yesterday. He didn't show up. He claimed that he was on admission. He claims that Mercy has got psychological problem and all that. So that's the trend in Nigeria. So we hope that we don't get to hear another violence. But quickly.